Welcome to episode number 5 of Kurals. This is a series where we are learning Thirukkural together with you guys. Adi's here. Adi, say hello.
Hi guys. So today we're going to do the fifth Thirukkural from the Aram book. So yeah, Puri, start us off with the Thirukkural.
Okay. So Thirukkural goes like this. iruLcEr, iruvinaiyum cErA iRaivan. poruLcEr, pukazpurin mATTu.
So yeah, we'll jump straight into G.U. Pope's explanation. His explanation actually is kind of a biased explanation, but nonetheless, twofold deeds that spring from darkness shall not adhere to those who delight in the true praise of God. So yeah, Puri, what do you think about like the translation or the Thirukkural itself?
Well, yeah. Again, we actually went through a bunch of translations, explanations across the web to try kind of understand this. We sort of went about our own theories that actually we sort of dropped because it wasn't really it was quite against the norm. So we thought we might be wrong, but essentially, what most of the translations sort of go about saying is your actions and or the way you perceive the world will no longer be good actions and bad actions if you believe in the one, if you believe in God. Now, I personally disagree, mostly because I'm atheist first of all, but I think largely because I do think actions of an individual should be accounted for, and this is a book that talks about ethics, and there are definitely tangible, objective things that people can do that are good or bad. And so we finally landed on this very nice explanation towards the end, though. Towards the end of our mindless search for a decent explanation, one of the explanations said this: when you are truly with God, when you have truly fixed yourself with God, no action is good or bad. You don't perceive anything as good or bad. You just perceive it as life. It's a very popular belief in Buddhism and Jainism. So something like this is very popular there, and I think that's a reasonable explanation. I think that's a reasonable something that I can accept as a translation, and something that I accept that should be in a great book of ethics such as Thirukkural's Aram section as well. But I personally disagree. Even with the second one, because I'm atheist and I don't think there's one you can just fully devote yourself. But if you sort of dwell further, you can consider the one as the world, and you sort of view things as actions first, and then label them as good or bad. I think that's a good thing in general so that you don't moral police people and their actions. That's, I think, a good practice, and I think that's why it's there in the Book of Ethics. Adi, what about you? What do you think about this, Kural?
Actually, my disagreement kind of differs. I think I disagree with you. I actually disagree with the Thirukkural itself. I think, see, the Thirukkural doesn't say this is what is supposed to happen or this is what we're supposed to do. It merely says this is what happens. And you would see in the world that we have this mob mentality, and we do have this mob mentality behind one idea or one person or as such. It's called the 1990 rule. You guys can go look it up later. But basically, once somebody has this idea of God, right, they rarely question anything. They have this blind following. They don't question if it's the right or the wrong. They just follow this one ideology. And you can see this in any religion, any god, any theology, right? That their morality is beyond good or bad. Their morality is based completely
either
on
divine
just
or
the
not.
word.
Is either divine or not. Yeah, I do agree. Maybe the mob mentality definitely exists. I'm sorry I cut you off. Go on.
No, that's all. That's all I want to say. Like, it's just this
Okay.
idea of that they just have this blind faith, and I think that the Thirukkural is just trying to point out that people have this, and like it's
That's
not
cool.
good or bad as like twofold. It's just God's word.
Yeah, it's more of a statement. It's more of a statement. That's very nice, Adi. I like that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Thirukkural is just stating something, or Thirukkural is arguing something? Let us know. Be part of the discussion. Hit us up on Instagram as usual. Thank you for listening. Nandri.
Vanakkam.